Okay, this is a little bit over a month since I styled and repotted this boxwood, the Walking Boxwood Bonsai. It's doing fairly well. I just added some moss today, just cover about 40% of the pot with moss. There were some leaves that were yellowing out, and there were some leaves that the color were getting a little bit darker. These are most likely caused by sunburn, so a little too bright. So initially, after the repot, I actually kept it in a shaded place for 2 weeks, and then after that I moved it to a place with full sun. But I think that was not enough, so I'm going to keep it a few more weeks in the shade, because the plant is showing that it's a little bit stressed by the heat. So just going to put it somewhere more shady. Okay, this is the end of August. I think this is my Walking Boxwood Bonsai. After repotting, it's been recovering well. New leaves coming out. Everything is going as planned. So now my next step is, now that it has some new growth, I'm going to trim it back now, just to force it to grow again, a second flush of growth. In October it might be kind of late, but I'm in Northern California. The weather here is pretty nice. We usually have mild winters, so I'm not worried about the new growth being freeze up by the fall weather. I mean, fall is coming soon. There's always a chance that you get some freezing temperatures in other part of the country, but here in Northern California it's pretty safe, so I'm just gonna prune them back. And my idea is, now I'm trying to create foliage clouds, just a better definition of the clouds. Right now just whole full of leaves, but I just want to create some individual patches. I'll show you. I'm not doing anything tricky or hard. It's just trimming the top portion of every branch actually, and hopefully 2 new branches will grow from each of the branches. It's time consuming. Just shorten every branch to 1 or 2 pair of leaves, depending on the location of the plant. Okay, after 15-20 minutes so of pruning, this is the look. Basically what I did is just remove the top portion of all the new growth after the repotting, the new growth that came out after repotting. Just gonna let it grow again now, and do another light pruning when it's time. Okay, it's April 2012. This is an update of my Walking Boxwood Bonsai. It still has some of its winter colors. It turned kind of purple brownish in winter, and slowly now spring is here. It's slowly turning back to green color. The original design of the tree was that it had a lot of leaves. I wanted to create a full-headed tree, and that's what I'm going to keep it as. Same thing, gonna wait for the new growth to start, and then I do the annual pruning, which I will record. But I do want. It's June 2nd, 2012. There's some new growth on the plant now. Not a lot, but yes, new growth. So time to take a look, give it a little haircut. Some light pruning, annual pruning, and that's it. Besides shortening the new growth, I would also do some cleanup. I mean, last year was just the very first year of styling, so definitely need more definition to the plant. For example, this little new growth here, is here doing nothing, not helping with the style, so it has to go, etc. Maybe some of the inner branches, they're just not in the right place. This is also a good time to clean it up. After all, this is just okay. After about 20 minutes, here is the plant with a new haircut, looking refreshed. And that's about it. That's gonna be the work I do for this plant this year, and that's about it. And I'm gonna wait for the next year. The plant is spent after 2 years in the pot. I'm gonna repot it one more time on the same pot. View from the top. You always make sure you check from the top. I'll probably post a plant, update of this plant in next year. But you can see this is actually 2 trunks, and eventually these 2 trunks will merge when they thicken up. I'm actually trying not to do that because I feel that it's good to have some separation, so you can clearly see that there is two trunks. But they, as they grow bigger and fatter, this gonna merge. So I'm gonna try to do something here to separate, so we can see a clear division of 2 trunks instead of the 2 growing together. But that's down the road in the future. Okay, guys, thank you very much.